Yes, please.
It's yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, star boners everywhere, welcome to Neo Dante's Peak. At the bottom position, some would call that the 6 o'clock, we have the Protoss player that his name has been changed about 7 times in this cast. It's MderG.
And in the... I hate the clock. 3 o'clock position. Evening out the series 1-1, in the blue trunks, it is Ardi. Now, we do give MderG a lot of, you know, I don't know how to call this, but his name and all that. But Ardi doesn't sound too intelligent either, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying that Ardi as a person doesn't sound intelligent, it's like the sound of the name that doesn't sound intelligent. Nardi, it's like kind of the same thing there. So, the fewer syllables, the worse, I feel. Yeah, if you have like just Bob isn't the...
Oh, thanks. Talking to 2 guys with 1-syllable IDs. Jeez.
Yeah, Vec and Finn. See, I'm sophisticated. I'm Cepheus. It's Latin for swordfish. It's even hard to pronounce. Like,
That's the story behind the name.
Yeah.
So it is Zepheus, not Ziphius.
Yeah, I think so. So. I don't really know.
That makes sense. Latin, I would expect that the I would be, you know,
that's
an E
true.
sound.
No, the great story behind my nickname is that I was joining a Brood War clan when I was going to high school, and the thing about this Brood War clan is that everyone needed to have, I think everyone's name needed to be either a Latin word or even like a Latin animal word even. I don't know I don't remember how specific it was, but I remember opening a dictionary to X because X is an awesome letter because I'm in high school. And
the most letter in the alphabet.
Yes, it's so even in Norwegian, it's even more useless in Norwegian. And I found one of the first words I found was Cepheus, and it was the Latin word for a swordfish. Like, yes, it's Latin and it's X, and I have to use it. So that's how it. And I didn't even think about that it would be hard to pronounce. I just saw it and took it, and it has been forever mine.
Mine's from a JRPG.
What's a JRPG? I know what an RPG is.
Japanese RPG.
Oh, so a KRPG would be a Korean RPG.
That doesn't exist.
It's like J-pop and K-pop, right?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Except JRPGs don't exist.
Oh, did Nadu already beat Danko 2-1?
Yes, he did. So I told him to hang on, and
fast.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta cast Wonkman versus Nadu after this.
Yep, that'll be the next one we do, and then we'll eventually Mamori will be able to play a match. He's been hanging out for a while.
So good at that pronunciation. I'm so proud of you.
Jawfish, currently Dragoons defusing spider mines without obs is incredibly difficult because we did change some things with the spider mines a little bit too much. On the test map, it's slightly easier, but it's still really hard to replicate all those movement behaviors from Brood War.
Yeah, see, the thing is, if you try to micro against them, it actually hinders you. You actually just A-move into them, unless there's a lot of them. Then you need an observer.
Yeah.
Because that's balanced.
SCVs are 45 HP here, not 60.
Yeah, and then on the other end of it, we have people complaining that Zealots defuse mines too well. So Dragoons are not good enough at it, and Zealots are apparently too good at it.
Well,
later
actually,
on in the game.
The problem with the Zealots, that's been fixed on the test map, is that they would attack the spider mines before the spider mines blew up. So if you had a +3 upgrade, they would actually just hit the spider mine in the face and be fine. So we put in a tiny attack delay on the Zealot to get rid of that. So that will be in the next patch, so you can't just A-move Zealots over minefields and they'll just hit all the mines in the face and not take any damage, because that's just retarded.
By the way, guys, my balance statements shouldn't actually matter because I only play mirror matchups.
Yeah, that's good to know. Actually, the fewer balance statements that don't matter, the better.
I still want to test my ghost idea.
Oh, jeez.
Well, probably that.
Yeah, things. Sometimes.
Anyway, MderG is going to expand. Okay, there we go. He's not sure of his observatory timing compared to his expansion, but it's usually about the same time. I think last time the Nexus went down before the observatory. This time it's the other way around. Doesn't really matter that much, but he has 2 gateways already. He was a little bit afraid, I think, of a very early push.
Yeah, he's going to be extra safe so far this game. So, but Ardi is already going to be getting his expansion, so he'll be expanded before the Protoss player. I don't know that I ever, unless I'm going for like a one base Reaver build, I don't know that I ever build my Nexus any later than just, you know, after Cybercore. After I get my
Yeah,
range.
you can like almost go Gateway next to Cybercore versus Terran, but it really depends. Of course, if he like proxies Banshees against that, you're just hard countered.
Oh, yeah.
So, but usually you can scout quite early and can see like if you see like a CC first on high ground, then you're like just super safe throwing down your Nexus. And Ardi is actually a little bit scared of drops. How much has he seen from his opponent? He has seen the robo on the ledge there. Maybe that's why MderG, because I think he saw this with the scouting worker. I think maybe might be one of the reasons MderG put this robo in a weird position, but didn't make a robotics support base. Still,
once it was spotted, yeah.
Yeah.
That could explain why his Nexus was later too. If he was originally going to be trying to go for the Reavers. Yeah, good call.
Yeah,
Metagate him.
He's been super afraid of Reavers. He made 3 Goliaths, he put up 4 missile turrets.
Wow.
He's been like all over for Reavers after he scouted that, and unfortunately he's been wrong. So I think this is definitely the correct play from MderG of not making Reavers at this time.
Yeah, I generally do that. If anybody sees a tech option like that, I usually abandon it pretty quickly. So, do see he is getting that Twilight Council, so he'll be moving into more of that Templar tech route. Be interesting to see if he would go for something like Dark Templar, but with as many turrets are up right now, that would actually be pretty silly, and I don't know why I said that. So,
I'd like to point out that in Ardi's main, he only has 1 SCV mining gas. I actually think this might be intentional.
Yeah, last game he was floating a lot of gas, and he's already got a lot of gas compared to minerals. So yeah, I think you're right. I think that might be intentional. You do have the mind games though, Vec. Like, oh, he scouted my tech, so I know that he's seen it. So he's gonna think that, you know, oh, he's gonna not go for that tech because I scouted it, and then he doesn't make news. But then you just do it anyway because of mind games.
And he's actually gonna go for a 2 Zealot drop here. This is interesting. There are Goliaths patrolling. Everything's ready for these warp prisms because he's ready for those Reavers. So
yeah,
maybe that just might be a little bit of a fake out. We're trying to make it look like he's going Reavers actually.
I like putting a couple of cells in there though, just in case he could actually find a sweet spot.
Yeah.
And
Finn, what are you doing, dude?
Don't worry about it.
Why do I have you on stream?
What's
terrible
the purpose
decision.
of you being here anyway, Finn? So we do have some very confused vultures that are gonna try and do some things. There they go. Oh, that's actually a behavior I want to get rid of before the next patch too. I gotta actually.
Oh, something when were they on patrol or something?
No, it's kind of hard to explain what happens. I know what happens, but it.
Oh no! Oh, defused. Got enough Dragoons there. No problem.
God, he A-moved just in time.
Hey, you got that many Dragoons, I have no problem with being able to A-move across 1 spider mine. The problem is when you run into like 4 well-placed spider mines, so. That's when things get dicey.
Indeed, we do again have the Terran boosters coming out for the Goliaths. There's no third base for Ardi coming out yet. We do have a third base coming up for MderG, and this is looking to be more of a standard game, more like the first one, but even more standard because there's no early, like, MderG doesn't have any edge like you had last game by those early Reaver drops. In fact, worker count is very similar, and army count is also incredibly similar. So, and it's completely normal for Terran to be slightly behind in supply at this stage in this matchup. He's gonna lose a siege tank.
Oh no! Oh,
Spider-Man!
Big mine hits and another tank shot goes off. Lost quite a bit of health and lost 2 or 3 Dragoons there. So we do see that that Ardi has another Vulture drop ready, and importantly, this third has 2 cannons at the front, but no cannons actually at the mineral line. So could easily clean up this.
Oh, good point.
This mineral line, and also the main is rather undefended as well. So.
But Ardi's actually moving out with a very small force here. Okay, he has some siege tanks in the back to defend this. I guess he just wants to. He wants to just push the issue, to try and set up for soonish third base. He doesn't want to he doesn't want to be stuck like all the way in his natural. He wants to be further out on the map. He's scouting with a couple of SCVs actually. But in the meanwhile, MderG is getting ready to do something here. He's got 2 full War Prisms loaded up. I really don't think he needs to do this. I think this is a big mistake that we see a lot of Protoss doing, and that's just attacking into 2-base Terran when they are having map control.
He does check and sees that there's no third right now. He's gonna try to drop these zealots
Ardi was
behind.
dropping four workers in the third, and now he's dropping in the main. Killed a lot. No, he only killed 2 workers actually.
Yeah, he was able to pull them, and they weren't giving chase.
Good
Oh,
round.
no!
MderG's losing his 4 prisms.
Yeah, not getting a whole lot accomplished here.
Killing
but-
1 siege tank and a couple of SCVs, but
What his loss is 3 probes to 4 SCVs, so neither player doing a ton of damage.
no, most of them just losing a lot, especially MderG. And again, Ardi. This found a really good place to drop here between these 2 bases. This is very difficult for MderG to defend. The geometry of the map really working against him at this point. Yeah, he's moving his entire army back and forth just to deal with this.
This 4-palm wall's pretty cute.
And this is I like this from Ardi. He's taking this opportunity to push because right now MderG's army is stuck between 2 places.
Ooh, good storm, but 2 Templar get picked off almost for free, but does lose all of the vultures.
I like this move from Ardi though, trying to snipe the Templars. Unfortunately, his micro could have been slightly better, but still, just thinking about doing that is really nice. And we do have Ardi in a very good position where he can siege up the 4th base of MderG, and now he can take his own 3rd base really safely behind this. He has it built, he just needs to float it over. And this is a very open map, and
Oh, no!
MderG is just
Those Dragoons just walking in there. Oh, he's gonna lose all of his Dragoons. Does Templar get a nice storm off? Gets one nice storm.
Decent storm. Softens up those tanks.
Yeah, currently Storm is bugged. This storm only did 98 damage. It's supposed to do 112. So that's going to be fixed in the next patch. And also the storm doesn't go as fast as it should. It's actually a really old bug that we just discovered. So that's unfortunate.
I'm looking forward to that patch. That sounds like a pretty good patch.
Yeah, Storm will be Storm will be quote unquote buffed, but it's more of a bug fix more than anything.
Yeah.
It's the Storm has been really underperforming for a very long time. Actually, I know a lot of people would disagree with that by playing Starbow, but that's actually the case. Because we sped up the game first to 0% and then 12.5%, and Storm was not sped up any of those 2 patches.
Oh wow.
Compared to how it was before. So compared to both Brood War and how Starbow used to be like a couple of months ago, Storm is heavily nerfed. So we're gonna fix that. Anyhow, we do have Ardi. Oh, I love these 2 siege tanks. This is so good. You can just pick off these cannons and then go in and pick off this Nexus because it's been completely isolated from the rest of the army, and MderG is going to go back to 2 bases soon. This is such a nice move from Terran Mech. This is really the positional play that you love, or that I love. Oh, those spider mines are so close to siege tanks. No, not that one. The other one. You want to have the other ones. He doesn't know about those spider mines. Oh, that would have been so bad.
2 tanks for 3 zealots isn't too bad, but there's still a gigantic army at the front. And what's really here for MderG?
It's very little he can do at this point. And yes, Joe Fish, there are very few Terran players in Starbow. Terran probably the most underplayed race.
Yeah.
No,
Somehow it's the race I play the most though.
Oh.
Maybe it's just the North America. We have more Terran. Not sure.
Yeah, well, it's not really that many. It's really only Dirty Bag, and that is like top level Terran players.
Oh yeah. As far as top level players, I don't play top level players. What are you talking about? So we see the 3rd and now is under attack. Even the SCV is getting under the action.
There was some
Wailing
really good
away on the Nexus.
though.
Pulling the boys.
Slowly, MderG continued to drop zealots. He's cleaned up quite a few tanks here, though.
Actually an incredibly effective drop.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
But it was a really good drop.
Yeah. Now, kind of Dragoon numbers here. The problem is they have to come through a choke created by their own gateways, and there's no way this 3rd is going to be saved.
Yeah.
Now, is an Arbiter on the way? No. It's got the tech though.
Yeah, this is gonna be the last move from MderG to try and get out of here. If he can, I think the vultures are enough just to get rid of these dragoons. Yeah. So he did thin out the lines of Ardi quite a bit. There's really not that much left of this contained, but it doesn't really matter at this point because Ardi just pulled ahead so much. And still, MderG is not spending his money, which is insane. He's only on 2 bases, and he's still floating a lot of minerals. That is
the thing is, MderG has been doing a really good job of thinning out the army, but the problem is his macro hasn't been the greatest, and Ardi's has been fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, Ardi didn't play that well the first game, but he's really picked up the other 2 games. He's been playing phenomenal. So it's going to be very interesting to see him move on to the next one.
We might see GG very soon. This gateway's about to go down.
Upgrade won't complete.
+3.
That's unfortunate.
And this is it. Is he gonna pull the girls? Doesn't look like it.
A nice mind drag there with that zealot. There's just not enough here though.
Yeah. Oh, there's some
Empty prism. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. No. Yeah. This is probably it.
Well, there's really not anything left here as far as vultures go though. But the zealots are gone now though. And yeah, this many these tanks in the back will be able to clean up the rest of these dragoons, no problem.
Wow. Well, MderG broke the contain technically. Now he is a 2 base, well technically a 1 base Protoss versus a 3 base Terran, or 3 mining base Terran.
And
that's the position
the vulture reinforcements alone here will be enough.
Yeah. Vultures at this point is actually quite good. Oh, this spider mines.
Oh my!
Oh! Ah!
That is that's pretty brutal.
That's so brutal.
GG.
I reminded my wife that I shouldn't be screaming because kids.
Oh.